So this is what I tried to do just now is just showcase the sound of this instrument. I'm tempted to play all sorts of flowery bullshit, but the thing is that it doesn't. You won't get the sound of it. So I tried. This is the second time I've ever sat down. Hey, what's up, Triple? This is the second time I've ever sat down at this instrument ever, and I find it's most inspiring when you play kind of drony things, like when. That's why I'm playing stuff like this, and also it's giving you a chance to hear what it sounds like. If I give you too many notes, you don't really get to hear the sound of it. I find it I find this instrument very inspiring to do when I play things like to just drone. And then you get to hear the quality, and like I want you guys to know you're not hearing a speaker, you're hearing the actual instrument. If this were to be recorded, it has to be recorded with a microphone. So what it is it's a digital pattern, it's a digital signal going to physical transmuters in the back that have been plugged directly into this soundboard. It's a very interesting and I think very original combination of of old technology and new technology. So the old technology, which is why I think they don't have to have this instrument in a piano. They have chosen to have keys here, which is convenient for me in terms of making the sound, but they can choose any place to have it resonate in. So it could resonate in anything. You could hook them into these CD cases or these all these drawers that they're carrying the CDs in. It would resonate in a certain way. But what's cool about putting it in here is now they're dealing with. Now we already have 300 years of old technology devoted to sound resonance, right? So this piano, even if it's 100 years old, it's 200 years before that of technology, of old technology going into resonance. But as you can see, all the strings are gone. Strings are not resonating in here. It's transducers, and they're in the back, and essentially they can explain it better than I can, but they've taken speakers, removed the membrane. So a speaker has something that's vibrating the membrane. The membrane is the fan that we all see. They've removed that, taken the thing that's vibrating itself and screwed it directly into this resonance chamber.
Thank you, Dave. Let me invite to the stage these guys who removed all the strings. Leonid, Dima. So, and this is Dave Yadin.
Oh. All right, I'll get stuff back.
Just a few words. First of all, thank you so much for coming. It's pretty unique to the stage and all this absolutely new type of music instrument. So, please tell me.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate you being here. So yeah, we came here to present at NAMM, and we built this instrument especially here on the spot. It was ruined piano that we got for free and gave it to a new life, basically. And I think maybe I will elaborate a bit on what Dave was
I'm sure I said
explaining.
something wrong. I apologize.
No. It's you are absolutely correct. Just a few details to make it more clear. So we call it a piano with digital strings, meaning we literally have strings there, but they all are modeled digitally. When we say that it's a new concept, I mean, you can find pianos with transducers installed. Yamaha does it, Kawai does it, other people does it. But what is our point that we are trying to make? We are replicating actual action that happening inside a real piano. We modeling it in a digital way, and then we have a digital twin of the soundboard in our model, and the movement of this digital twin are transmitted into a real soundboard. So we are not just replicating the sound, we are replicating the complex movement of the wood in a real piano, and in that way we are trying to get a realistic feeling of the real piano action. This is our.
I have a question, because I think that your answer to this would be interesting to them as well. So my understanding is that it changes. You have to tune the length of string. You change the tuning depending on the size of the piano, correct?
Right.
Because we talked about, for example, what this means is that they could make the string super long. If they chose to make a resonance chamber that's 10 feet tall, they could. Which to me is very, very exciting. So it doesn't have to be here. It can be in something small. It can be in something larger. And each time that they do it, it's a completely original setting. So this is going to be slightly different depending on the piano. The piano's a spinette, or they could choose to make something enormous. They could choose to put the resonators in a guitar. It's all going to be different. We did start to get excited about like making a resonance chamber like the size of that wall right there, because God knows what it would sound like. It'd be amazing. But
exactly.
You can.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you change
You're
the tuning
absolutely
depending on
right.
the size.
Yeah, when we are building the model, we are tied up to a physical sound board here. So when we build it, we need to measure it. I mean, in acoustical terms, we need to know the response of this acoustic response of this soundboard to plug it into the model. But the strings, yes, we can make them any length, any thickness, any rigidity, and we can put 500 strings instead of 200, or and yes, you are again absolutely right. If we want to build our own instrument with a soundboard like 10 meters to 10 meters, we can rock a stadium with a note like that.
Yeah. And also something we talked about. I just want them to know, because in terms of practical application, also they have now come up with an instrument that can be. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, but you know, like you see piano sometimes on the side of the road, right? They have now an instrument. It's a custom bespoke digital instrument going to physical that can now be installed in any old piano. You can take an old piano, the pianos that you get for free on fucking Facebook Marketplace. Okay. You can get one of those, have them come and put this instrument in it. It's phenomenal. It is every old piano anywhere that's unplayable in terms of like maybe strings or action, because all the action you guys are going to get to see, you come up, see all the action is taken out of here as well. So this is a brand new keyboard. This is not attached to any physical action. They took all the action out, all the hammers and all the strings, so they could install this theoretically in any piano. They can install it in a grand piano. They can install it in a tiny spinet, which is just in terms of practical application. That the applications and the potential is a lot, because they can choose any resonance chamber they want to put it in. So.
Yeah. Could you play something?
Yeah, I can. Also, okay, so I don't know how to explain. For sure, I don't know how to explain. I just know because they told me that these two pedals change the sound in some way. Because this one feels chorusy to me. That's how I would say it. Is that how do you describe these two?
Yeah.
So this one is sustain pedal like always, but this is essentially almost like two settings that I get to mess with. But do you want to tell them what that is?
Yeah. So as we have a physical model, which has all the same parameters as a normal piano would have, we can change any of that parameters on the fly, and we put just two modes of control on two pedals. Just for an example, there are actually 1,000 parameters that can be given to the performer to control during the performance. So this pedal here, it detunes like triplets. You know that in piano, not every note, but most of the notes has 3 strings attached, and they are slightly detuned. So this left pedal makes the tune stronger, and the middle pedal it just makes strings themselves thicker. So yeah.
Wow. I like that middle pedal. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Now, cheers. There it is.
Today or really so how it works.
Questions?
Comments?
So I may have been a little confused. Am I hearing that depending on the model that you put the technology in, it could sound different?
Yes, because you are relying on a real wood, a real acoustic. So it has some signature that this wood has. You still on any model you still can
Definitely,
control it.
you are right at the part that's hard to understand about it.
Yeah.
And I still am, it's just, I got questions answered today that are different, but yes, so in other words, like, you can look at it like, even though these are not speakers, they've removed the membrane from the speaker, they have the transducer that is plugged into the wood that's vibrating the wood. But in the same way that, yes, it would sound different depending on the piano, absolutely, just the same way that if you go back to the analogy of a speaker, if you run something through a subwoofer that's got no tweeter in it, that's got no nothing, if you just run your favorite recording of anything just through a sub, it's going to sound different, right? Than if you run it through a couple 6x9s that you usually have in the car, if you run it through your iPhone. So in that way, it's so, but digitally, right? The digital recording is exactly the same every time. So in this case, that's simplifying it quite a bit, but it's going to be, that's why
that's correct.
Holy shit, I got it right. What's up, Ricky?
One more question.
Yeah.
So obviously you control the computer.
Right.
Is that MIDI that you use?
Yeah, that's me.
So 127 steps is your resolution on the
Right.
notes.
Right.
The pedal on traditional player type pianos is terrible because it's a 1 or a 0 in MIDI.
No, here the pedal is continuous. Also
It's 120.
126.
I know I said that it sounds, I do think it's, when you get to like hear it note by note, it does sound very beautiful. It's very, first time I sat down and played that, it's very, very, very pretty and inspiring in terms of like low, droney, simple notes. I kind of wanted to hear the last two things I played are a couple classic pieces that I composed over the last few years, and I just kind of wanted to hear how it sounded. I did always find slowing down, you get to really hear the quality of it. Like this, the end of the last piece when I was going. That's the speed I wrote it at. But you really start to hear what it is. There's a little bit of sounds slightly out of tune right now. I don't know how it, but this is what's really cool though about that I don't understand is that they have to tune it to the piano. I don't know how that works. This sounds really cool though. I think it really sounds beautiful with very, very simply, you get to hear the quality of it. I'll play you guys something bluesy on it just for a second, and then. There is a velocity issue with this, and sometimes they don't fire, and I think we're trying to figure out what that is exactly every now and again.
Wish me well, 'cause babe, I've got to put you down now. But wish me well, motherfucker. 'Cause babe, I've got to put you down now. I still love you. I'm tired of being your clown. You're still mine. I don't care where you go. You're still mine. Yes, you are. I don't care where you go. You in love with someone else. We can't get together no more. Well, now you get lonely, baby. Sit down and write to me. Now, if you get lonely, baby, if you get lonely now, little mama, slip into my DMs. Is this thing on? You've been a bad, bad little girl, but I know you did not intend to be.
Actually, that's Dima's story. Dima started it 25 years ago, right? Yeah, and it started with several people, scientists and musicians, sitting, drinking, and discussing what makes good acoustics of the musical instrument, and can we get either such a thing like an ideal piano or ideal violin or whatever. And they decided just there is simple way to check, just to model it in a computer and see what happens. So that's that was start of the 20+ year long journey. I joined the project several years ago, and I'm full time in that for last 3 years, doing everything from software recording to concrete casting, things like that. And this is a prototype number 4 that we built. We have 3 more in our lab in Tel Aviv. And still, the technology is still like alive. We went a long way to improve the sound, but we know that we still have a way to go. And even here, maybe you hear some rattling while Dave is playing, and that's unfortunately that's increasing during the evening, because that was our engineering mistake, and something is hitting there inside, and the sound is deteriorating. Sorry for that, but that's a new technology, so it's like on the tips of our fingers as yet. That's more or less. What else can I say about that?
I know that there are lots of great musicians here in this room, so if some of you would like to try experience firsthand, so you're absolutely welcome. Don't be shy.
Yeah, experience the feeling of that.
Because that's interesting that both founders, Leonid and Dima, they're not musicians at all. So they have no idea how to play in ears.
That's correct. we can get some sounds out of the guitar, but not out of the piano.
Someone maybe wants to try.
Chopstick?
Maybe later, okay.
I'm not a pianist. Touch it. I'm not a pianist by any chance.
Just do it.
Oh, bien though. I like that. That's good.
My name is Tom.
Dzięki.
I'm a producer actually.
Somebody else wants to try real fun.
Give us your
Yeah.
honest opinion.
The dynamic range is limited, so when you hit different, not real forte, not real piano. The range is not piano.
So we need to stretch.
Well, the volume, so like the sensitivity. Yeah. So like when you're hitting something like this should be super soft, and then this should be like it seems like it goes like from like 30 to 90, and it should go 0 to 128.
Okay.
It's just, and then the tuning. I don't know. Is that on purpose? Temporary?
For the tuning.
It doesn't look like a Western movie player piano. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Because are the unisons a little bit out of tune, or how does it work? I'm not sure.
Maybe it's our fault because at the moment still it's like manual tuning.
But it sounds very different than a digital like a Yamaha piano, which is
Yeah,
that sounds acoustic vibe to it. You know what I mean? It sounds warm, but there's a little clarity, kind of a little sparkles, kind of needs to upper harmonics. But
Yeah.
It's good. I'm not sure. I was a little late, so I missed the explanation of how the technical explanation of how it works.
Okay, so maybe I can explain you separately.
Yeah, okay. So I'd like to hear when you, but maybe some other players, some different styles would be good to hear. Any R&B or possibly people here. These days, I love to hear you play.
Yeah. No, that's accurate. Actually reminds me more of a Rhodes kind of feel.
If you want, we can take a break, just to drink some wine, to talk, and then we can see the show. Yeah. Let's drink some wine and maybe later, so we're gonna make a little because I know that lots of people that you will be definitely interested in each other, and if you have some questions that you try to ask here on the stage, so you can answer them in Dima and to ask them yourself how it works, why it's so, what's the purpose, what's the class, why it works like this. So our last guest, thanks so much. So let's get some applause to Lenny and Dima for inventing this absolutely new type of music instrument, because everyone tried to realize what is it, how it works, but it's like a mystery, it's some magic. So
Bravo.
yeah, and thank you so much to Dave Yaden. I'm so happy that he played it.
I'm honored to be here.
It's absolutely avant-garde. If it's like inventors and these innovative people in music. There's definitely Dave, and I'm so happy that he supported this idea.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Fun to support. All right, one last thing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much to Kalina for organizing. Bring us all together.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
I don't know. I think I told most of y'all, but this is only the second time I've ever sat down in front of this instrument. So second time ever is earlier tonight. So I'm still feeling it out as well. Trying to feel out if I were to be in the studio with it, trying to find the things that inspire me the most.